So, alternate history time for me to just ramble about an alternate history topic. And then, I don't know, this will probably get no views, but like, yeah, bro, I don't know, let's go. Okay, today's alternate history is, what if Kobe Bryant stayed on the Hornets? Like, that'd be pretty crazy. And, yeah, so like, let's go back to like 96. Okay. Um. So yeah, the Hornets don't trade Kobe, and Vladdy Vidoc stays on the Lakers. Cause I don't know, that's cool. So what does this mean for the Hornets? I don't know. Um. More than likely, Kobe Bryant will probably go and help the Charlotte Hornets. Hmm. They'll probably get 0 rings. Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets will probably get 0 rings with Kobe Bryant. And that's because I don't think they'll go and surround Kobe very well. I mean, he's also going to have to go and compete with like Dell Curry and Muggsy Bogues. So that's going to be kind of interesting. The fact that there's going to be a battle, mostly between Dell Curry and Kobe, like that's going to be an interesting dynamic. Um, But that could just mean that also, Kobe in this alternate reality is actually a better 3-point shooter, possibly. And then that Mamba mentality is going to go down to Steph. So Steph and Seth Curry they both end up going to Duke. So in this alternate history, I guess Duke ends up getting like another championship. So that would be pretty cool. Screw Carolina. Instead of them winning the national championship in 2010, uh, Curry and Seth will probably go and end up winning the national championship in 2010. That would be cool. You know, so yeah, screw you Tar Heels. You Tar Heel fans. Sad day. Duke ends up getting another championship, and that ties them into all-time championships too. So that's cool. But back to Kobe, we haven't even like gotten to like when they relocate in 2002. So the reason why Charlotte had to relocate is because the owner at the time, he did a bad thing, which would be on the level of Me Too. But yeah, he did a bad thing with women. And so fans were like, we're going to go and boycott the Charlotte Hornets. And that's what they did. And so then the team got relocated to New Orleans. And this is where things get interesting. Because then, all right, in 2002, I think uh, I think Kobe will probably end up going and getting a ring in New Orleans. So, all you Pelican fans, be happy because the New Orleans Hornets are gonna go and get a championship. What year will it be? I don't know. We're gonna go with like probably 2000 like 4. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then back to the Lakers. So obviously with Vladdy Vidoc being there, um, the Lakers just suck, for like 20 years. So jokes on you, Lakers fans. And Shaq will probably go and chase the money. So we'll say, what's a good place he'll probably go? I don't know. He'll probably land in New York. So screw you Celtics fans too, and shout out to Knicks fans. I think and then there's gonna be a rivalry between the Knicks and the Nets. That would be cool, a New York, New Jersey kind of rivalry. And that will be shown in the 2002 Eastern Conference Final. I think that's where things are going to get interesting. You know. So, as for like who's probably gonna go and end up winning the finals, I think 2001 is probably gonna be the 76ers. 2002 is probably gonna go the Nets. 2003 is probably gonna be I don't know. 2003, we'll say probably the 76ers again, you know? And then, as I said, 2004, I think New Orleans will probably win it against the Pistons. So that might be pretty interesting. And then Ben Wallace and Chancey Bishop and all them, from the Pistons, they don't get a ring, which means they're not going to be nearly as fondly remembered. And New Orleans is going to be seen as this like underdog team with this player that's been kind of for playing in the league for like 8 years now and hasn't really done much. He's just been kind of doing his thing, and he just starts winning. So yeah, I don't know. That'll be pretty cool. As for like some other like major shakeups, I don't know. I think LeBron will probably end up staying in Cleveland. Uh Unfortunately, I don't think you're ever gonna go and see the Kobe James final ever. That's probably gonna stink big time. Karl Malone will probably retire um because there's no other team to go to, so he'll probably try and play for like a team like I don't know, like you know what? I have a feeling that he probably would go to the Nuggets. That's such like an odd team, but I feel like that might be a pretty interesting team. Nah, I don't know. I would say he might go to the Nuggets. So that's a whole other alternate reality. He goes to the Nuggets and mentors Carmelo. Not really much happens. Nothing really changes all that much. Still ends up having no rings. Um, or another reality, he goes to Miami. I think that might be pretty interesting. And Shaq stays in New York because there's not that whole Phil Jackson, Kobe, the little Lakers massive breakup going on. So, but yeah, it's gonna stink big time. But let's fast forward, a couple years, all right? And so, obviously, in 2004, the Hornets reform. Nothing really changes all that much other than the fact that now that the Hornets are the New Orleans Hornets are the good team and the Bobcats are trash. I don't know. Not really much is going to change all that much other than Anthony Davis. All right. He's going to go to the Charlotte Bobcats. That's going to be awesome for the Bobcats, who were stolen that pick in 2012. As for Kobe, I mean, I think he'll probably go and end up only with like one ring, and his stats will probably definitely be significantly lesser. But I think he'll probably be looked at in the same vein as like I don't know. He'll just be looked at as not nearly as he'll probably still be seen as like a top 25 player at the end of the day. But I think when it comes to 2010s basketball, this is where things get interesting, all right? You know that Mamba mentality I was talking about with the Currys? Well, Seth Curry and Steph Curry end up being better than they already are, right? With that Mamba mentality. And so when Curry ends up going to play for the Warriors, right? And he takes another year in college, but he ends up still going to the Warriors. Even without Clay, who was drafted, I'm pretty sure the same season, in like 2010. So, but yeah, it's like without Clay, but I mean, Curry's still going to be epic, all right? And with that Mamba mentality, I think he's probably going to be he's going to take Kobe's place at being like a top three player. He might be like the GOAT, all right? And maybe this is me like kissing the Curry, but I'm just saying. I think he might be number one with the combination of influences. So yeah, I don't know. I think Curry would be much better in this timeline. As for Anthony Davis, I think the Charlotte Bobcats will be the Hornets. And so with the combination of Kemba Walker and Anthony Davis, I think the Charlotte Hornets will actually go and make the playoffs, which is very nice as a Hornets fan, only making the playoffs twice in over 20 years. All right. Um, but yeah, they'll probably end up not making it to a championship, but they'll probably make it to a conference finals at least once, which will be nice before they both leave to go and play for the Lakers. And that's your Shaq Kobe comparison that everything must combine into one timeline at some point. And so this probably ends up meeting up with Kemba Walker, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis just like playing for the Lakers, and they end up winning like 3 rings. So yeah, Jordan's sad though because he gets 0 rings as an owner. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. This timeline's very ruined, but easily Kobe probably still ends up a Hall of Fame player. Just maybe not in, you know, I don't know. Things just might have not been nearly as good. So yeah, I don't know. That's my crappy alternate history, but thanks YouTube, for this video. Yeah. Mhm. Bye.